Support for this podcast comes from St. Alphonsus Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinics, with physicians, physical therapists, and trainers who treat sports and performance-related injuries, with locations across the valley. More information on services and locations at stalphonsus.org/stayactive.
Idaho is a big state, and it covers a lot of territory. Idaho Matters wants to take you to every corner of the Gem State by visiting all 44 counties, and we need your help to do that. Email us your story ideas at idahomatters@boisestate.edu for our new series we're calling Idaho 44. And be sure to join us each weekday at noon and 8 on Idaho Matters and travel the state with us.
From Boise State Public Radio, this is The Connector, Idaho Daily News. Good morning, I'm Jackson Holmes. It's Thursday, July 31st. Basque historians are hoping to build a memorial that acknowledges the role Basque veterans played in World War II. Boise Public Library Board of Trustees will host a special board meeting tomorrow afternoon. Some Idahoans disagree with U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s support for breaching dams on the Lower Snake River. More than 2,000 veterans of Basque heritage fought in the U.S. Armed Forces in World War II. Now, some historians are working to build a memorial on American soil, recognizing their sacrifice. Julie Luqueta has more.
For a decade, volunteers and researchers have been poring over military ledgers, as well as newspaper clippings, obituaries, books, and family histories to identify Basque veterans.
We went enlistment by enlistment, county by county, state by state, through the 50 states plus Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico.
Lead researcher Pedro Salval, in town to present the project during Hayaldi, says they identified about 300 from Idaho, but the memorial project is in a race against time.
Most of those veterans have already passed away, as you can imagine.
Many who fought in the war were the children of immigrants from the Basque country of Spain and France, but others, about 15%, were not U.S. citizens when they enlisted. Some eventually received their American citizenship.
Others, they never received it. But regardless of that, they fought for the U.S., for their adopted country. So this is something that their families have to be very proud of it.
The project hasn't figured out a location for the memorial yet, but is hoping to break ground by 2026. Julie Luqueta, Boise State Public Radio News.
The Board of Trustees for the Boise Public Library are expected to discuss a potential temporary closure of the downtown location in a special board meeting Friday afternoon. The proposed closure would begin in early September and last 5 days to accommodate construction on the first floor of the building. Comments from U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. supporting breaching the Lower Snake River dams didn't sit well with some of Idaho's Republican leaders. James Dawson explains.
RFK Jr. visited the Nez Perce tribe's fish hatchery east of Lewiston last week. As the Lewiston Tribune first reported, Kennedy told tribal leaders salmon are vital to indigenous communities and talked about his past work to breach the Lower Snake River dams. Senate Republican leaders issued a statement praising him for his efforts to promote, quote, medical freedom, but they said they remain steadfast in their, quote, unwavering opposition to removing these 4 dams. Pro Tem Kelly Anthon, who met with Kennedy during his brief stop in Boise, said the dams are essential to Idahoans' way of life through clean energy, transportation, and irrigation. The Trump administration in June canceled a $1 billion agreement in the Columbia River Basin that paused salmon lawsuits in exchange for water restoration and clean energy projects. James Dawson, Boise State Public Radio News.
And that's today's episode of The Connector. I'm Jackson Holmes, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. To stay in touch with the news between now and then, check out boisestatepublicradio.org or download the free Boise State Public Radio app. Thanks for listening.